Well, this is the conclusion we're going to get in the 20th Century Fox X-Men franchise. Yikes. Dark Phoenix, or X-Men Dark Phoenix, whatever you want to call it. So X-Men Dark Phoenix is of course the new X-Men film that came out, and it is the final X-Men film in the 20th Century Fox X-Men saga, you know, all the way back to 2000 with the first X-Men. Now this franchise is going on to a big conclusion with this movie, and this movie is directed by Simon Kinberg, who has been with the X-Men movies for a while. He's been writing, producing, and this is his directorial debut, and this basically casted the same cast as X-Men Apocalypse. You know the cast, you know the drill. And basically this movie tells the story of the X-Men. They're going to space. Jean Grey has got affected by this cosmic rays, which turns her into Dark Phoenix, and the X-Men has to go against her. And yeah, this movie was shit. Honestly, the trailers of the movie, I wasn't as impressed. I was literally like, not that anticipating for this movie. Like, this movie, since this movie's gone through so many production issues, because since Disney has now joined Fox, this movie is, like, very rushed. Like, they had to rush finishing this film. There were so many fights and arguments with this film. And now, this film is finally here, and honestly, this film felt like it has so many production issues through the whole way through, because this movie kind of doesn't know what it wanted to be. I'm not the hugest X-Men fan. I love the first two X-Men films. Then The Last Stand, X-Men Origins Wolverine were just bleh. But then it goes back up with X-Men Days of Future Past, The Wolverine, Logan, X-Men Apocalypse even. Like, they're both really good movies, so this movie goes back to the down low now. Yeah, with X-Men Origins Wolverine. The only compliment I can give to Dark Phoenix is that this movie was better than X-Men Origins. But it's not as good as the other movies. Oh my god, this movie was bad. Literally, when I walked out of the theater, I was literally angry. I was like, no. This is the way we're going to conclude the X-Men saga in the 20th Century Fox universe? Like, honestly, why do they need to reboot this as well? Like another Dark Phoenix movie? Like, we already got that in X-Men The Last Stand. First of all, let's talk about a couple positives. First, I think Sophie Turner did a great job as Jean Grey. Throughout the film, I thought she did a pretty good performance, even though her character wasn't as developed as well. Actually, her character was pretty rushed throughout the film. Sophie Turner did a pretty good performance in the film, and I would say the special effects were just, you know, good. It's X-Men special effects. They're always going to be good, but that is it. The other characters in the movie weren't as likable in the movie, especially Charles Xavier, played by James McAvoy. I love James McAvoy, but literally, his character he wasn't as likable. He did this thing to Jean Grey, and yeah, I'm not going to spoil what he did, but honestly, I feel like that is the most asshole move that he could ever give to Jean, and no wonder Jean's bad in this movie, and now I kind of root for her to be bad, because the other X-Men weren't as likable in this film. Michael Fassbender, I feel like he doesn't need to be in this movie at all. He's just one of his characters saying, I'm living a normal life, and then this happened, and I had no choice to battle, which I definitely don't have to. That's his character in this entire film, and I love Michael Fassbender, but in this movie, I think his acting was good, but his character wasn't good. And same with the other characters, their acting is good, but their characters aren't developed as well. And that's the thing I hate about this movie. The characters weren't as developed as well. Cyclops is one of those characters going, no, don't do this, no, don't do this, no, don't do this. He's one of those characters. Even his chemistry with Jean, I just thought, it was so boring. It wasn't developed as well. Even Quicksilver wasn't as likable in this film. He didn't have as much good fast scenes. Why? I was expecting Quicksilver to be the best part of the movie. Honestly, his character was forgettable in this movie. That's basically what this movie is. It is forgettable. The action scenes of this movie was also forgettable. I just feel like I've been watching like a sci-fi channel movie that I'm not going to watch again. The action scenes, at least they're entertaining in a couple moments, that weren't as memorable. Actually, most of the action scenes I wasn't entertained. I was like, we're seeing in the trailer, we knew what's going to happen. And that's the marketing of this movie. The marketing was even terrible. They showed a lot of bits in the trailer that they shouldn't have shown in the movie. And yes, you know what's coming? It did come in the film. Still not spoiling if you haven't seen the movie, but that happens in the film, and I knew that's going to happen from the very freaking beginning. And you can see throughout this entire freaking film that this film has so many production issues. There's a lot of scenes that they changed tone of this movie, and since this film is so rushed, since Disney has bought Fox now, This movie felt like it's been rushed. It felt like they just scrapped different moments, like, oh, let's just put that in the film. Oh, let's put that in the film, and make it into one movie. And that's why I make this movie terrible. Like, there's a lot of things happening in this movie. Jessica Chastain, I really hated her in the film. She wasn't as likable as I wanted. Honestly, her character and her, like, team in the film just appears, like, in the third act. And literally, she just felt like an annoying character in the game that just follows the character along in, like, a couple levels and then they just blast off. That's basically her character in the film. And I'm gonna say this, guys. I'm gonna say this. This movie was boring. From the very beginning to the end, I was literally almost falling asleep. There are so many moments in the film that I feel like they drag on so freaking much in a lot of moments in this film. And I'm gonna say this as well. I'm literally thinking to myself, I feel terrible saying this, but it's true. X-Men The Last Stand was better in this movie. I thought they developed Dark Phoenix better. They developed her character better than this movie. Oh my god, I said that. Honestly, guys, overall, you can go into this movie and get your own opinion out of it, but honestly, as you can see from my reaction of this movie, this is definitely the most disappointing movie of this entire year. This is a disappointing conclusion to this 20th Century Fox X-Men saga. The cast was like, the characters weren't even likable in the movie, even though the acting was good. The characters were just literally not as likable in this film. Jean Grey was fine in the film. She was definitely the best part of the film. Sophie Turner did a great performance. The rest of the film was just boring. It wasn't developed well. It wasn't entertaining. It's a film that's just a sleep fest. And honestly, I do not recommend to see this film. If you're X-Men fans, don't see this movie. My god, this is almost the worst movie of 2019 so far. And it is a comic book film. I'm going to give X-Men Dark Phoenix a thumbs down rating. My god, I feel so ashamed to give that rating, but that's how I feel about this movie. Okay, so that's my review of Dark Phoenix. Let me know down below what you think of X-Men Dark Phoenix, because it's very mixed, the reviews. If you like the movie or hate the movie, or thought it was disappointing like I thought of the movie, just let me know in the comments below. Make sure you guys follow me on Facebook, Stardust, Instagram, Twitter. Keep contacting me, and make sure you guys subscribe to my channel, notified for my latest video. The links will be in the description below for my Facebook, Stardust, Instagram account. And have a nice day.